get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might
you
grab
are
a
looking
bat, I
at the
don't know, my rap, my
youngest
blood
and
boils
best
over
rising
like,
star in
oh God, here
professional
goes. I
wrestling
lost all
today.
feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you had such a fucked up real bad. Shut up.
So, Samurai,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Jedi Sports Network's podcast. I'm your host, Samurai, with my co-host, Weston, aka Hero.
yeah, and I know we got some more proving to do because obviously we still got our doubters, don't we, Samurai?
Yes, we do.
Well, today we put those doubts to rest.
All right, so Raw opens up with Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Asuka. They cut a promo about hyping up their match at Hell in a Cell, which is actually this Sunday.
Yes, well, which we will talk about at the end of the program.
Okay. Okay. So Asuka and Asuka and Bianca Belair, are having a match. Which is, do you want to talk about the promo, or do you want to just go ahead and go right into the match?
The promo was actually fairly solid and it set up for the match pretty good. I didn't mind it at all. I mean, it's just like WWE booking. They're just trying their best to hype up the match and remind you, like, hey, it's happening this Sunday, which they're actually pretty good at doing. You know, they're pretty good at reminding you, like, hey, this is happening. So go buy the pay-per-view, which, by the way, you can do on Peacock. Okay, which is a theme throughout this whole entire show. It's on Peacock. It's on Peacock. So yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now we go from the promo right directly into the match, which was for what it was, a good match between Asuka and Bianca Belair.
Yes, sir. And I was just hoping neither one of these women got injured because I always get worried when the champion has to fight before a big pay-per-view because you just never want the match to have to be rescheduled or redone or anything like that, because you're just like, man, if something big happens, then probably this whole thing is just going to be probably scrapped. So I'm glad both of them just made it safely, and they actually had a pretty good match actually. Considering both of them, didn't go all out, at least it seemed like they didn't, but still really good match, really good opener. And AEW, this is how they book the women. They don't always have to go at the 9th hour.
Right. So Bianca Belair won the match. She beat Asuka. With the, how did she beat her? Oh God. It didn't say how she beat her. I think she beat her with the. How did she beat her? It didn't say how she beat her. I don't know.
Yeah, with Bianca winning, more than likely she's probably dropping the title. That could be hinting at that, but who knows? Because WWE is really high on Bianca, and I don't blame them. But with her winning, who knows? Maybe she is dropping the title, but we'll have to wait. What we think.
I don't think she's dropping the title. I think she's going to actually.
We'll wait till after the show.
All right. Well,
we're talking about Raw right now. Good samurai.
Yes. So after that, there was basically a Becky beatdown after the match, and basically Becky almost got the upper hand, but she didn't.
Yeah, again, I was just like, please no one get injured. And the beatdown was actually really entertaining. I liked it. And I like this whole new look for Becky. I know it's been happening for a few months already, but I just like it. I like the whole haircut and everything like that. Like I like it. I really do. Makes you look a lot more like, cooler. I was thinking about a curse word, but I know we like to keep it PG. So like I said, make sure to look like a wrestling version of Jonah Jet or something like that. It's just really cool look.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, so after that match, we go directly into an Ezekiel Rey Mysterio's versus Kevin Owens in the Alpha Academy.
Yeah, I think Alpha Academy they're starting to get over me a little bit as heels. And Kevin Owens, I mean, he's just Kevin Owens. He's great at everything he does. And Rey Mysterio and Dominic, there you can tell there's just kind of there because they need him in 6-man action right now. And Ezekiel, I mean, he's just over. He is over. And I'm just it's so refreshing to see a gimmick like this get so over, and especially considering it could have been a big flop. And my goodness, like congratulations, Ezekiel. Like you are officially the most overdue in wrestling. Um,
Well, I mean,
well, one of them. I shouldn't get ahead of myself, but he's one thing I look forward to every week on wrestling.
okay. I mean, the match that we go. Let's just talk about the match for a little bit. Ezekiel wins with the spinning. He wins with a spinning brain buster, so to speak. That's what I'm gonna call it, because that's what he was essentially. Because
Yeah,
he didn't get the full rotation of the suplex, so it was basically a brain buster.
he pinned. I think it was Chad Gable, if I'm not mistaken. And if I remember correctly, yeah, Kevin Owens then grabbed the mic, and I think he challenged Ezekiel to match Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell. Woo.
Yes, indeed, he did.
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then we got now we have Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens in the singles match.
Yeah, I don't. I mean that's a good. It's finally the blow off of this feud. Hopefully. Okay, so we go from that to Cody Rhodes. He cuts a promo about Seth Rollins, basically saying that he would give another shot at Hell in a Cell to take him out, and Rollins comes out and says he actually went a little bit real life. The past 3 years, the past 3 years of Cody's departure from WWE, and I actually found that pretty impressive. So he didn't mention him by name, but you know who he was talking about.
Oh yeah, I know. I said in the past like I want this feud to kind of like end, but the more and more it kind of goes on, the more and more I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of changing my mind because they have such great chemistry, and just Rollins, the way he's cutting his promo on Cody Rhodes and the way Cody Rhodes just feeds into it, it just makes this feud just so much more juicy. And on top of that, you know, just everything about this feud is turning out to be really, really good. And let's be honest, this third fight could have just been like another boring like three-peat, because like let's be honest, like no one really needs to see a third Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes fight on paper. But if you make it really, really entertaining and make you must see, like Cody and Rollins are doing right now on the mic, and every time they go face to face, then it makes it must see. And right now, they are doing at least one of their best work right now of their careers because I don't know, they just have great chemistry together. And I think part of it is because Seth Rollins comes from, as Cody would say, the era of just use kids, and then you have Cody who is actually, Dusty
Yeah,
Rose's kid,
yeah,
and it just goes so well together. And it's like the more and more they take time building up this feud, it's like it just makes the third fight seem a lot more bigger than what it should be.
exactly. I
Yeah,
mean,
and then there was a brawl right after.
there was a fight.
Yeah,
There was a fight right after that, and I actually found it to be amazing because Cody's like, "What's stopping me from going out there and kicking your butt?" And he's like, "The three ring, three ropes, three barricade," and he
yeah,
actually ends up going like he didn't do what no WWE wrestlers do. He didn't just stay in there and just like he like the ropes were invisible force field. You know,
yeah. Like, and that really was the cherry on top of this shoot. It's them just brawling and brawling, and I believe security and everyone just came out and like just came
yeah.
out and broke up the fight, and then you see Rollins and Cody both getting hyped, and you're just like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this fight. Like, I know wrestling does this a lot, but there's sometimes when it clicks and sometimes when it doesn't, and this was one of the times where it actually did, and I was like, let's go. You know what? I'm ready for Hell in a Cell. Like, bring it on.
I mean, the only thing that's really missing is some color, and I know they don't want anybody to to
Is
bleed,
it
but
really though? Because there are fight.
I mean, honestly, that can happen. I mean, I'm not saying it can't.
Yeah.
I just know Cody's known for bleeding. He wants to bleed.
Yeah, I guess you can put some color on this feud, but I don't know. Like, it really just depends, I guess, on like how they plan this fight out. Like, if he feels like it's necessary, like on a certain move or whatever, then I'm fine with it. But don't force it. You
Right.
know?
And
Yeah,
I was looking at out of everything, I noticed there was Joe Henning, Curtis Axel. He's back as a producer.
yeah. Which is a good thing for him. I'm not gonna lie. At first glance, I was like, "Is that Jamie Noble?" And I was like, "No, I think that's Curtis Axel."
Yeah, it was Jamie Noble was there too, but
Oh, he
Jamie
was okay.
yeah,
Maybe I did see him then.
Jamie Noble was there, Curtis Axel, Shane Helms,
Yeah,
Sanjay
Shane
Dutt.
Matt.
They were all there, all the producers.
Yeah, they better watch out then. The hurricane almost got them. Yeah.
Okay, now the next match was Dewdrop versus Alexa Bliss. I mean, you know, basically a David versus Goliath match. Really, I mean, basically she ended up Alexa Bliss ended up winning.
Yeah,
Um,
who saw Dewdrop actually going over? Let's be honest. Like, I know she's a big girl and all that, and they're building up as a monster, but let's be honest, no one, absolutely no one, especially if they watch Alexa Bliss like we have throughout the years, can actually be like, you know what? I feel like Dewdrop's going over on Alexa Bliss.
I mean, they don't have any chemistry. They have no chemistry at all.
Well, it was a TV match. At least give them that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I for me, everything that I talk about this with Kevin most all the time. It's like chemistry. You have to have chemistry in order to put on a good match.
You
Like
do.
like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins have great chemistry.
Yeah,
Um,
you do, but Alexa Bliss and Dewdrop haven't had that chemistry yet. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't had that time to really build up any chemistry. That's what I meant to say. Like in order to build up some chemistry, you need time, and this isn't really like that serious of a feud, at least not yet. Like if WWE wanted to take this feud like they have the Cody and Rollins feud, then yeah, that's fine. You can talk about how bad their chemistry is, but I think it's a little bit unfair to complain about their chemistry, if I'm being honest with you. And I know this sounds, a little bit dumb, but on top of that, if I'm not mistaken, they've only fought a couple of times. If not, this was the first. I'm not sure.
I
Someone,
don't I really don't know,
someone
but
can correct me on that, but So I think just give them a pass on this one because after
I
all, it
mean,
was a TV
I'm
match
going to.
too.
I'm going to. I don't
Yeah,
want to. I just want to. I just want to say get that off my chest because like I see it here in the notes. It's, they lack chemistry.
yeah, they do.
And no, the next segment is actually Miz TV.
Ah, your
The
boy.
Miz, the
Yeah,
Miz, the Miz and Miz TV with his guests, the Street Profits.
yeah. It was such a weird and chaotic segment though, because at first I was like, is this just gonna be the Street Profits kind of like, going after the Miz, and then the Miz is probably gonna have someone come out and be like, I'll be your tag team partner against Street Profits, probably like a Hell in the Cell. It's like, no, the Street Profits just ended up picking on the Miz, and then it turned into like a big 24/7 title change.
Yeah,
And
the title.
yeah, and I was like, what am I watching?
They need they.
Oh,
I'm going to be honest with you. I think that they need to get that title off of TV. I mean, it was funny for a while, but now
yeah,
it's just mind-numbingly boring.
I can agree with that. It's run its course. If I'm being honest,
I
yeah.
mean, we had how many title exchanges do we have exactly? Let me see. We had
No need to count. No need to count. No need to count. When is
well,
we had a lot.
let's just say Akira Tozawa was the champion.
We had a lot of title changes. Trust me. No
Yeah,
need to count.
and that was pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. They need something to do with Akira.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the 24/7 title too is it was funny when they were just doing it with R-Truth. Is because let's be honest, that belt is truly just the R-Truth title. And it was funny when he was doing it, but after certain wrestlers tried to top what R-Truth did, it was never being topped, and that's why the belt just needs to be gone.
I mean, honestly, it's just not good. That's all I'm going to say about that because we don't want to drag that on too long. All right, the
Yeah.
next match is Mustafa Ali versus Tommaso Ciampa. And if
Uh,
the caveat of this match is that if Mustafa won, he would get a title match with Theory in the future.
yeah, the match itself um was kind of off. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, I kind of forgot who won. Was it Ali? I'm assuming it
Ali
was.
won via disqualification. Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, it was what it was. I don't know. Ali to me, he's missing that thing that a lot of wrestlers have, which is like again must see. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about what Mustafa Ali and Theory are doing. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad WWE is pushing him, giving him a chance, and this is his chance, in my opinion.
I mean,
But
I'm gonna put it to you like this. People are saying I see online on Twitter all the time. People are saying that uh there's some plan for Mustafa. He's getting buried because he wanted to leave the company. Which, to be fair, he wanted to leave because they had nothing for him. And he was, basically just
well,
sitting.
you can't say they don't have nothing for him when they're literally putting him in a serious
No,
serious
I'm
feud
saying
with Theory.
that was when he wanted to when he wanted to leave. They had him in
Oh, okay,
retribution, and that
okay,
went
I got
nowhere.
you.
But now he's in something, and then people need to just bite the bullet, so to speak, and just enjoy it for what it is. That's just how I feel about it. I don't like especially that one guy whose name we're not going to say because we don't want to give him any credit. Um, he just basically takes a big dump on everything.
Wait, are his initials like CB?
Mm, no,
Okay. Uh,
I know who you're thinking of, but yeah,
yeah.
it's yeah, we're not talking about that guy.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I'm serious. Like, I don't like people just like takes big steaming piles of crap on things like
What
that. Because
about DB? If you know that one.
no, it's not. Stop.
Okay. Okay.
It's not. I know who you're thinking of, and you know who I'm talking about. But we're not going to talk
Okay.
about that guy because, like I said, I don't want to get. I don't want to, do that. Anyway, let's just continue.
All right. This
Basically,
the
what
match should be
the
decent.
match was actually to me, I think the match was pretty good. I mean, for what it was, and like I said, the caveat was if Mustafa Ali won, he would get a championship match with Ali with with Theory in the future, which
Ali is gonna face Ali
yeah,
and
he's getting a championship match with himself. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
No, but he's actually gonna get a championship match in the future, which, like I said, he is. I mean, nobody deserves it more than he does. Because I mean, I like Ali. Ali is great at what he does. Do I think he deserves to be buried like he is? No,
He's
he
not being
doesn't.
buried though. How's he been being buried?
Well, I mean, I'm just saying because he's losing every match. He's not winning. He hasn't won a match at
But
all since he.
he's in the US title picture though. He's the number one contender.
Well, I mean, I yes, that's true. But I mean,
Exactly. Checkmate. Move
do
move
you
my
really think do you really think he's gonna win Sunday?
That's
So
not the point. Even if he doesn't win, he's still in a major feud with for the US title. So can I move my checker forward?
all right. Well, let's talk about the subsequent.
Okay.
Let's talk about the subsequent, beat down in the following match, which was actually Mustafa Ali versus Theory.
The following match?
Which was Mustafa versus Austin Theory.
It was fine.
I mean,
Yeah,
it was a quick win. I mean,
yeah, like what's what it was. I mean, hello?
awkward silence.
Yeah, I was like, what do you want me to say? I was like, yeah, I mean, it was fine for what it was. I mean,
He basically, for a little bit, I actually thought that he was going to win, but then I'm like, nah, he can't. They're gonna, the way the story is going, he's not going to win. But
who, Mustafa Ali?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, but still, though, do you think this is just another way to possibly build up Ali more? Because, like, let's be honest with you. I mean, let me be honest with you. The fact that he's in a major feud and not a lot of people are getting behind Ali already, it's kind of bad for Ali, don't you think?
you mean as far as like being, coming back and getting no reaction?
Yeah, because he's being built as a little bit of underdog, and the fact that a lot of people aren't really getting behind him, yeah, that's kind of bad.
I mean, he's a really good, like I said, he's a really good wrestler, and they just don't know what they're doing with him. But
I think we're just gonna agree to disagree because I think they do, but you got to blame Ali a little bit on this. You can't just be like, well, he doesn't know what they're doing.
well, yeah, let's just agree to disagree because
Right.
I do want to talk about the match because like it was a quick 2-minute match basically.
Yeah.
He hits the HEL for the win.
Yeah.
That's it. The next match actually is the Usos, the unified WWE Tag Team Champions versus Riddle and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, and it was kind of weird when I saw these two, tag team for like the first time. I believe it was Riddle and Nakamura, and I was like, really? I'm like, okay, so does that mean they're gonna take the L? But I was like, okay, well, here we go. So then the Usos, and Nakamura and Riddle started to go at it, and then I believe, if I remember correctly, the Usos kind of just walked away, and the Riddle and Nakamura were just like hyped, and they won via countout, right?
No, they won. They actually did they win? I think they might have. Well, actually, hold on. Before all that, because it's all jumbled up in the notes here. Because Adam Pearce did announce the rematch between Austin Theory and Mustafa Ali for Hell in a Cell this weekend. So that's that.
All right.
And then also the Usos took on the Usos actually did get the win. I don't know. The Usos did not get the win. I can't. I'm confused here.
Yeah, because I know Riddle was hyped in the ring and everything like that. Seeing the Usos walk away and Nakamura and Riddle were celebrating.
Yeah, they actually. I mean, they cut a weird, like really bizarre. Well, Matt Riddle and Nakamura cut a really bizarre promo. I don't know how that even makes sense.
Yeah, like I think
I
Nakamura
could
knows.
barely understand what Nakamura was saying. I mean, even though his English is subpar. is better than most, even mine.
Yeah,
But
Nakamura has these weird promo. I think all the Japanese performers have like some weird promo thing because like Nakamura is like, I am Shinsuke and I'm coming to, whatever, and then Asuka just like screams.
oh yeah. Okay, so they did win the Riddle and Matt Riddle and Shinsuke. They won by
See?
disqualification.
Oh, okay. See, I was right either way.
Yeah. Okay, now the next thing is I don't want to talk about the match anymore because there's really nothing to talk about. Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, and Rhea Ripley actually, I think she has a new theme song.
I thought so too. Like, I was like, is that a remix of Judgment Day's theme or?
No, I think
that
it's like a remix of her original theme, but I'm not sure. I don't really know.
darker or?
It's darker, I guess.
All right. And I'll be honest with you. This is one match I don't really remember that much because I don't know. Like,
Basically,
there's something about Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley that's just kind of off to me when they fight 1-on-1.
it's because I would say they have no chemistry, but then also at the same time they kind of do. They were tag team tag team partners, so they know what they're doing in the ring. But Liv Morgan actually beat Rhea Ripley with a roll up. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't know. They just got some weird chemistry, those two. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about what happened after the match. Okay, so
All right.
after the match, Finn Balor comes down and basically saves Liv Morgan from being beat up by Damian Priest, which was very bizarre. I don't know about that. Like I know that Damian Priest did some intergender matches back on the Indies, but they were not gonna allow that on WWE TV. I can't speak.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know. There's some things about this feud that kind of really hit, and then there's some things that are really off. And this is one of those things I think was really off. But I hope it builds to something really good in the future. Because I don't know, like I said, there just seems something that land, something that don't. And I don't know, this thing, I don't know about you, Samurai, but this just didn't hit me that well, like it should have.
I mean, like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she basically won with the roll up. Yeah, and Finn Balor came out, and it's so funny because the baby faces actually stood tall this time. Usually, you were talking about how they usually don't stand tall, but this time they did. Last week they didn't. This week, they go home and show the pay per view. They stand tall.
All right.
So it's a win for the baby faces.
Yay.
That was basically the main event. The main event was a Rhea Ripley Liv Morgan match, and then the closing segment was actually a contract signing between Lashley, Omos, and MVP.
Yeah. And this segment was okay.
Yeah.
And I really got nothing else to say about it. It was
I mean,
just
I don't know if you noticed, but like towards the end of the segment, MVP actually has he actually motioned with his eyes for Bobby Lashley to look at Omos.
yeah. And granted, I remember on Raw when I saw the timer, and then I saw they had like one thing left. They had like what 9 or 8 minutes to get this segment off, so they did kind of have to rush it.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah,
It was just bizarre to me.
yeah, and because I remember when that match ended, I was like, "Is that the end of the Raw?" And they're like, "No, here's Omos MVP versus Lashley for the contract signing." And I was like, sorry, with Lashley on the contract signing." I was like, "What?" I'm like, what time is it? And I was like,
That match, I'm gonna be honest with you. That match should not. I mean, that contract signing should have been at least like in the middle of the show somewhere.
"Oh no!" What happened was they should have gave it more time at least, because they did fine. I think both Omos and Lashley, and even MVP, did fine. I think it just felt rushed.
Well, yes. But also we can't forget about the elephant in the room, Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
Poor Cedric, he's just getting.
He's been that guy that just comes out of nowhere and be like, "Hi, I'm in the feud." Like, I forgot me. Yeah. And we're all like, "Bro, where'd you come from?" We're busy watching Omos and Bobby Lashley and MVP, and you're just like, "Yay! Gonna come help the heels now. Gonna try."
I don't know where he came from. Actually, it was just very weird.
Well, that's been like his gimmick. He's like, "I come out of nowhere now." It's like, okay, well, you're still here, I guess.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, basically, it was just a very bizarre ending to Raw for my in my opinion. But then also, I guess that because it was a Memorial Day episode, that they didn't do much.
Yeah. Uh, they also had it. That's probably why the timing was also off with just a little bit. Is because they also had to fit in that Memorial Day tribute. Because you know how WWE is, they like to fit that kind of stuff in. Which so salute to them.
Yeah.
I'm glad they actually do take pride in that kind of stuff and all that.
Yes,
That's
indeed,
really
indeed.
that's
Now,
really
do you want to go? Do you want to go straight into the preview and predictions, or?
yes. Prediction time. Ready? So I got all the matches announced so far. Um, so first one, ironically, to talk about is Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. I have Cody Rhodes going over, and I'll tell you why. Because it would make no sense for Cody Rhodes to lose the three-peat unless they're going to do the feud, even longer. Which, if I'm WWE, I do not want to drag this feud even longer, because you don't want this feud to get stale in case you want to do it again in the future.
I think you're right about that. I think Cody Rhodes does go over because he doesn't need to win. I mean, he doesn't need to lose. They're actually booking him like a winner. Like they're booking him like AEW did. I'm gonna just put it out there. Like he wins every match. I don't think I don't know. I never watched AEW, but I'm pretty sure he won every match up until the championship that he won, right?
I believe so. I'll have to look back on that. Yeah,
But yeah,
don't.
he has to win. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If he doesn't win, then they're dragging it on for too long.
Yeah, okay. Next, we got Bianca Belair going in as the champion against Asuka and Becky Lynch. And um, this is a tough one to actually predict. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Bianca Belair retains.
I think so too. I mean, who do you think? Okay, I'm going to ask you this: who do you think she beats? Do you think she beats Asuka, or do you
Yeah,
think?
I think Asuka's there to take the pinfall from Bianca
Yeah, but
Belair.
I mean,
So Becky Lynch is a golden child, and it's Hell in a Cell. So she's not gonna win it there because it's not memorable. So it comes down to Bianca Belair and Asuka. And WWE's more high on Bianca Belair than they are Asuka.
but
So
I mean
I would have to go with Bianca Belair to retain. And I think Asuka was actually put in this feud for that, so that way Becky Lynch didn't have to take the pinfall.
very true. But do you think so? You think they're going to just drag this Becky and Asuka? Becky, not Becky. We're not saying they're going to drag this Bianca Becky thing on until for another next couple months until
Yeah,
SummerSlam.
I think they might. There's a good chance of that.
Yeah, I believe so because they might just run it back at SummerSlam.
Yeah, because there's a good chance that on Raw they're gonna use the Becky's gonna use the card. Well, you pin Asuka, but you didn't pin me. So what's your excuse for kicking me out of the women's title picture and all this?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. So what's next?
Next we got Bobby Lashley versus Omos and MVP in a 2-on-1 handicap match. And this one's kind of a hard one to predict, but I'm going to go on the limb and say Bobby Lashley wins by pinning MVP.
I don't know about that one because it's 2-on-1, so you know they're gonna do some heel tactics.
There is a chance though that Cedric comes out of nowhere too, because we got to keep
Yeah,
that.
yeah. There's like I say.
Yeah, because Cedric's been like the guy that's like, Kaka! He's like, I'm out of nowhere. So maybe there's a chance. You know what? I'm gonna choose my pick and go with Omos gets the W.
I'm right there with you because I just can't see Bobby Lashley unless he does put out a American pin MVP. But like I said, it's just I don't want this feud to go on anymore.
Yeah, I'm Cedric Alexander, and I'm coming to get you.
All right.
But next we got Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. I have Ezekiel going over. I think
Ezekiel. Let me hear your explanation as to why.
I just don't see why he loses, especially how the storyline's being built, unless they want to like release surprises.
I think that Elias comes out of nowhere and helps his brother win.
I would pop for that. Let's go. I like your style. All right. Next we got Theory versus Mustafa Ali, and I see Theory retains.
I see Theory losing to Mustafa, but then anything's possible, right?
Yeah, I just think this was Mustafa Ali's like chance to actually prove to himself why he deserved to be a champion anyway. But at the same time, I can see them just keeping on Theory because that's the guy they want to push, and it's for the U.S. title, obviously. But yeah, next we got a 6-person mixed tag match: Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan versus Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley. And I'm going with Judgment Day to win this match.
I think you're right. I think Judgment Day does pull out the victory, and also we need a name for those for
Bullet Club. We just call them Bullet Club on here.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah,
Bullet Club versus Judgment Day. That makes sense.
Yeah. Bullet Club with the extra E.
Okay, now
I don't know.
I mean, who else?
2 E's? I don't know.
Who else do you think is going to join? Because we know somebody else to join Judgment Day. We just don't know who it is yet. I know they're gonna do. They might do that thing at the pay-per-view like they did Backlash and have somebody come out and help Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't know. We'll have to watch and see.
Because I think it could be. I mean, he did allude to, Finn Balor possibly turning on AJ Styles.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen yet.
But I can't see that. I can't see that happening.
No, there's no way that's gonna happen. At least not yet. You have to wait at least a month or two if that ever happens. Yeah. The great words of Shrek. If you're saying Balor's gonna turn on AJ and Liv Morgan at Hell in the Cell, I got one scene from Shrek to show to you, and that's like, yeah, like that's never gonna happen. Like literally, if he does, I would be shocked.
I think what's gonna happen is let's just say Corey Graves comes out of retirement and goes into help Judgment Day. I mean, Corey Graves.
No. Again, that's not happening yet. All that big stuff is not happening until more than down the line. Someone may come down to help Judgment Day, but if it is, if it does happen, I don't know how big or small it's gonna be but it's not gonna be anyone like Corey Graves yet. It's not gonna be like a turn yet. It's gonna be someone just joining them.
It could be Tommaso.
Tomato Choppa, yeah. Maybe.
No, not Tomato Choppa. Tommaso.
Tomato Choppa. Yeah, I mean maybe.
All right, now what's next?
That's it.
That's really?
Yeah, we're done.
Wow. There's no other matches announced.
Nope, not that I'm aware of.
That's weird.
I know.
They don't have any kind of championship match, which I think they.
Well, Roman's on vacation, man.
Well, that's true. The Usos are not defending the championship yet, unless they do defend it. But we'll wait and see. We still have Friday Night SmackDown to go. So
yeah. So with that said, Luther, exactly. Thank you and good night.
What is this, Kenny Omega?
Yeah, baby.
I'm awesome! You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up!
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might
you
grab
are
at that, I
looking at
don't
the
know. My
youngest
rap, my
and
blood
best
boils
rising
over like.
star in
Oh God, here
professional
goes. I
wrestling
lost all
today.
feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see